Okay.
Alright, where are you exactly?
What do you mean, where am I? I told you I was going to my mother's place, so why are you asking?
So so I'm gonna do a quick comment on this. Not a quick. I won't call it a quick. I won't call it a quick. Someone will take away to remove the things I'm working on. So, but this one, right? So the first one is about. The first one is about.
Hello?
About this one, right? About the man crying that that the wife was cheating, and also and then the that information that those that have accepted to be obedient to that force that gave them life do not cry over anything, because that force that gave them life indeed to the never countables are inside and outside of them. Yes, and teaching also what is the right thing from what is not the right thing, a never countable communication. So those that now say that they just forgot the right thing to do, then will come to them and say, okay, since they said they forgot what to do, then will present that the right thing at that moment. They're considering that thing on all what they consider as their life. And every thought they consider, them will come and say, okay, since they say they forgot something, them will have already solved it, them will solve it, and them will have already solved it, them will because that information of what not to do, or of the right thing from the wrong thing, is also has the never countable reasons why that information from that force that gave us life is the correct one, and what the other thought will lead to, which is death and disease and decay. So when them will come to any thought, any being, any life from anything, any gang, they are not collective. And so okay, since they say they forgot what they're supposed to do, they will provide the information in ways that it will not be distorted. At least in the ways no one can turn it upside down, or no one can give false interpretation to what they're supposed to do or what they're not supposed to do. So the was okay, now I'm not sending that way. The was okay, now this is the right information. Then what is their response? You see? Now those the next level they will now move to that they are playing. They will say no. That is not, that will never be accepted, because that playing is what they're using to pattern their brain structure to think in the destructive way. So if learning is very simple, as someone is considering doing the wrong thing, they will come and tell them not to, and tell them where it will lead them to. So if they insist that they will not learn, they will say, come and present the right information from the wrong, because they are not alone. From those that say they will not listen, then those that are doing the ear like that will fall into their ears and die. I'm not kidding. Life is not pretense. Life is not play. Now, the issue of marriage is not reasonable to now think, or parental is also control. Marriage is also control. It's not reasonable to now say they will spend. There's no such thing as spending the rest of their life, because those ones that have already decayed, that they know that their death has been guaranteed. But I pretty much need to, for me to say it, pretty much teach me how to say it, to now show for every thought, a being or a thought or a thing or a life from considered, or a life was considered. For every thought they considered, they were told before they come up online from where they are resting. They already been taught what not to do, and what I want to do, and what to consider, and they thought that will lead to death, and they thought that it will not lead to death. And if they insist that they will not learn as they're considering those thoughts, so the question will be asked: how many thoughts does a physical being, or non-physical being, or a thought, or a thing, or a life form, or life force consider in a fraction of time, in 1 second? That is not that. When you use those words staggering, It's not difficult to figure it out. Every thought, every being, every life form consider not countable thoughts and also process not countable thoughts. Yes, before even a flash of time, before anything is done. Yes, those are things they will not learn are done. But before they are done, before they more provide that information that they have concluded their one go experience, they be also be used as they more show the evidences as they're considering to do the wrong things. They be told what that thought will lead them to, and they be told in never countable communication. So there's clarity. So there's no anxiety or fear of discussing the wrong information from the right information. Again, they will present the information in ways that it will not be distorted. I will say this is the right information, this is the wrong information. Now, what are because demo does not teach by force, but there are consequences for choosing the wrong thought. For in a sunrise, there are they to update that information also to teach us also. So for a sunrise, it's for a sunrise when the sun rises up, when the day sun rises up, and before the sun, I won't call sunset. And then when Bishop want to teach us also, so Bishop want to teach us how to say it, they taught to say it. When I will not call it when I will not call it the that the sun does not go down. So that's cognition that is complete and solid. The sun does not go down, but when the sun rises up in what they consider in the new sunrise from the existing sunrise, yes, the sun does not. When you say something going down, meaning that they are going back to the previous experience, which is not what happens also. But those have merged. Those that want to close the air will close the air, and those have merged also can when they understand something better, they can go back to their previous, whether it's an imaginary experience or not the imaginary experience, they can go back and picture them more to not to redo, to take out the imaginaries at that level of awareness, and also to punish those that are projecting that's false experience, that's not really experience, that's imaginary, those dreams also and the codes also. So very important. As a being is considering batting to do the batting, I'm not saying that way. I'm not showing myself in that way. They'll be told in never countable communication the right thing to do and the wrong things not to do. And then if they say they forgot, that they just forgot what the right things to do, they will laugh. Yes, they will laugh. And also present the information that they said they forgot, and now they will now send that message in a clear voice, and a clear information where that information they said they forgot the right thing to do will not be distorted or switch around or turn upside down, or someone to provide false interpretation or false meaning of that information they said they forgot. And then when Demo does that, Demo will now ask them what is their response, because Demo does not teach by force. Teaching by force will amount to that thing they do now, that missionary thing that they're doing, that thing they call now, that thing forcing people to believe in their bullshit. I'm not kidding. In their diet Messiah. So Nemo, yes, in their death Messiah, I said that with more. So Nemo does not teach by force, but Nemo will show the consequences for accepting the false thought, to not to brush their mouth, not to clean themselves and wash themselves and lying about it. That will cause their very decay, whether they're hiding it or not. So demo comes in and they never can double they never can double ancestors, the clearing and cleansing ancestors will come in and say, okay, you say you forgot to not to brush your mouth. Okay, here is the real toothbrush and toothpaste to brush your mouth. What are they gonna say? That they go and sell it? They will say, no. That will not happen. You see, they forgot to take the shower, and they will come. So okay, since they say they forgot to take the shower, they will provide the shower. Say, okay, here is your shower. Now go now. I'm not saying that when Nemo does not say it in this format, but Nemo will show the evidences why taking your shower is life. To not force to get the being to a point where they understand what's going on and what's not going on. Just like dreams are not happening. People wanted to redefine what dreams and imagination and the imaginaries are, in the sense that as we understand things better, our response and the way we look at things becomes much clearer. So dreams will amount to those things that the things that are not fair to themselves and to others. So dreams also, if Ndu episode wanted to show that Ndudi is using dream also to teach, yes, what is happening in, because dream is in their distorted thinking of what they will now consider as real, which is not real. Dreams are not real. So Ndemo is using that dream, their projections, to teach those that does not understand what's going on, to now make it very clear that this is a dream and this is not a dream, and the reason is the never countable reasons why that thing is a dream, just like marriage, just like parenthood, because this is like controlling thoughts and controlling destructive thoughts. So controlling destructive thoughts. So I take that thought and give it to the person that person is. So they will also teach why marriage is a dream, why parenthood is a dream, why church belief and practices are dreams, while all the things those ones that insist that they will not learn, while not drinking their water is dream, but it becomes a reality when they insist that they will not drink their water. As they say they will not drink their water, and then will come and say, why are they not drinking their water? And then they will be arrested for not drinking their water. I'm not kidding. And then they will go to court. The man will say, ask them, the man will give them the water to drink. Say, here is your water that you said you forgot. Not medication. Medications are not real. Just like dreams also, fish and meat. Eating fish and meat is also destruction. Eating another life form is dead itself. Is also what they're using to pollute the environment. So again and again, the more will provide that information that they said they forgot. And the more will say, the more will not in that way I'm sounding, because then they won't want to distort the information. And the more when I ask them, now you that they know the truth. So when they more figure out, when they will not figure, the more does not figure things out, and the more that force that gave life, the prescription does not figure, knows everything. So when the more now knows, because the morning and the might be now inside and outside of everything that you see and not see. Yes, including those that say they will not take the shower, but not in the ways that they will ever they will never know. So when they will find out that a being, a thought, a thing, a life form, have figured out the right things from the wrong things, that information cannot be taken away from them, whether they will accept them or not. I will dance some more day and do the and they will also dance that being now knows for sure what happens to those that say they will not brush their mouth or take their shower. Life is not play. I'm not laughing. If I will laugh, I've said this, if I will laugh, I will laugh with Modi and the never countables and the indeed to never countables. So I will dance for Modi in a secured way where they will never know, because anything they see they want to mimic it, that will never be given. So that information, that the information they're seeking will never be given. And thus if it's going to be in Luke, will not be given. So I'm not laughing because bad things are not laughable, not from that individual have died. But the most important information is that when they say they forgot something, the more comes in and provide information in ways also that is documented. The more police, the military police is documented that they now know that that information is the correct one, and they never countable reasons why it is the correct one. And then if they insist that they will not learn, it will be recorded against them. So we'll not going back to continue with the existing discussion that the being, a physical being, a thought or not thought, a thing or not thing, a life form or not life form, consider, whether they want to consider, consider never countable thoughts. Yes, in a flash of a light before a light flashes. So no one can say that they don't know what they're doing. Yes. As they're saying it, they will provide that information again over and over in never countable ways. So those that say they will not learn are intentionally want to destroy themselves and to project that destruction to others, which is not what is happening, because also every thought, everything, every being is given that never countable opportunity. At that time, what they'll consider as an Obango experience, that Obango experience also rhymes with dreams and the imagination, that they were given non-countable opportunities, never ending. I won't say never ending, non-countable opportunities for every thought they consider. So I appreciate somebody to teach me how to say it, because those that now say that they were not given non-countable opportunities to do what they should not do. You see, everything they hear, they want to distort it and give false interpretation and meaning to it. So very simple. They will provide for every thought they being considered. They are given never countable opportunity to reconsider that thought, to know the right things from the wrong things. And if they insist that they will not learn, then that concludes the ongoing experience. They will be locked down and they will approve their death. So a picture more to show the new information. Yes, the new information that what they consider towards the end of the sunrise, or even before an hour, before a second, that those that have refused to learn are locked down and they will have approved their death because of what we just discussed. I'm not laughing, because demo is inside and outside of everyone knows what they consider to be truth and what they consider to be lies. It does not matter the definition they're giving it, but demo knows when demo knows that a being knows for sure the right things from the wrong things, and they insist that they will not accept their more, which is also a criminal activity, then they are put on lockdown, they are done. So I appreciate more the patient of deeply to the about the never countables to say it in the way Ndiche or deeply will say it, and the never countables when they being when the noun they more pronounce that's those words and those thoughts, that they are done for refusing to learn, for refusing to see the common sense in everything they see or perceive, for refusing to be obedient to that force that gave them life, and they will be put on lockdown. Them will approve the time and the specific time. Them will execute. I won't just the word execute is also they now want to inject unfairness in that execution. They now want to cry that they forgot something. I'm not laughing because they want to distort everything they see to those that does not understand what's going on. So, but appreciate when the teachers when they are tied up, when demo takes away their very existence away from them, I dance from OD because those that will now project deception and to deceive others are gone. And this is happening in never countable to infinity and beyond infinity ways, that those that say they will not learn are locked down and they will prove their death and destruction. I'm not kidding. So, but that's the video. So those that to continue that existing discussion and thought teaching from that force that gave me life and gave another being life, those that understand, the ones I personally take away the information also from them, they know, right? Those that are now projecting that they are married, that's a dream. Marriage is dream, not fairness. Those are projecting that they are married or that they are parent to another life form. Nemo is also using it to teach what is happening and what is not happening. But for that, I won't use those thoughts. For the married thing, those that will now say that those that want to get that illusion of taking something that I want to say will fall into that illusion, and they will be the one that will die. So those that are obedient to their force that give them life will not cry for anything. And again, I say this because they are content. That is, they are very fine if they have 1 naira at any level of awareness. They are content with it. If they have 20 naira, they are content with it. If they have $1, 1 cent, they are content. If they have $1,000. Their content. All this money I've got, I take it and give back to them. To those that will now go and say that I give them money. Yes, I'm not kidding. So I appreciate money to also show the evidence is how they are now presenting that I give them money. So that information, they know that information also, that those when they claim that they're married, that once they are caught for doing the wrong things, for doing the right, how will those that call themselves an adult sneak around to now have an interest in another relationship when they are when they now say they are married? So you see that marriage is also false, so they're using it to now deceive those that does not understand. But Ndemo is using it to also, Ndemo is using it to teach also. So these ones that you see they will not learn knows for sure that once a being knows for sure that the marriage is falsehood, they will disconnect, and the marriage is not real, they will disconnect, and then not leave. In some situations, they will now project that information, but that's not what is happening also. So, but very important, those that are not in reality knows for sure that once they've been cognized and understand and understood, that's no grammar rule, that those that marriage is not real, parenthood is not real, they will disconnect and they will make that pronouncement with their mouth and they will disconnect and they will not recognize it because it's falsehood. So those are crying over, like that this video, those are crying over that their wife or husband is cheating is because of they are the ones trying to use that information to project to those that does not understand what is happening to make them is a war thought to make them to fight. If they now say that this individual is cheating, the other individual is cheating, that is, they now send that code, that fight code, to the other person to fight. Yes, that their wife is cheating to fight. No one owns anyone, so there's no marriage to fight. And then is also the purpose also is to present that fight look in any form, in any way that they can get people side to fight together for anything. So marriage will also be like like that thing they do now. They will now say that they have a car when they do not have a car to present that jealousy and envy to another being to now consider to do the wrong things. Yes, that's also thing they do. They say they live in a big house, and they say they are poor. They say they are poor also, and say they are rich. Yes. So, but they use that richness and poorness also to deceive themselves to now present an information to another being to do the wrong things. So those that understand these things right now, that what they're showing in Africa, in Asia, in other places that they are poor is not what is happening. What they're showing also in America, that America is very, very rich. That is here that they should come here and steal. Also, that's another argument they are providing on the background. That's why they say this place is rich, that they should come here and steal. Where that is also what not is happening. I'm not rich, I'm not poor. So then the other one, the lady that is dancing, if you're using your mouth to look at these things, and then when she was dancing and running, but when you use your mouth to look at everything that the present, when you look away, because when you're looking also, when you look with your mouth, the distortions they're providing goes away because they are not in reality. 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 But that information, those that are projecting their bottle, eat that pot and die. I'm not kidding. So as she's dancing, right, and then when she met the person that is wearing a man's a man's thought, and she's wearing a woman's thought. Those ones that you see that they will not learn, do not intentionally also, they don't want to know the difference between a boy and a girl. So they're wearing both a boy and a girl. So that's what they call whoa man. So when they say woman, they now bring out them imaginary pennies. The question will be asked, excuse me, not from that individual, does girls carry pennies? I'm not kidding, no one is a child. That would be the question I will ask them. Yes, you ask them that, you use your mouth to ask that video and ask those that are showing that they are that individual that she's dancing. So let me go back to that. So you ask that you use your mouth to ask her if that thing is real, Yes, and also ask her if she's real with your mom. Just like when I went to Salem, when I went to the divorce hearing, I petitioned my mom to petition the DA Salem, and they never countables to ask the person that said that they are judge sitting on the higher platform. I petitioned my mom to ask her, is she the person, is she the people, is she the individuals and collectives that the DA Salem or DA court appointed to review these complaints? And the information came through also. Yes, the information came through that she's not the one. Her mom said that, or she's not she or he. The mom sent that information that she's not the one, and then she didn't. And then they will not pretend that they will not, that they did not hear that question. But the question is asked, is still being asked in this very moment. Yes. So when you go to anything, when you go to any function, when you go to a place, you ask the question. That first they gave you like to ask that thing, that individual with whether they're a boy or a girl, are they actually showing what they are, or are they lying or presenting false information? The answers will always come through because you're taking permission from your mom to ask that question, to ask that valid question. So once the individual said that they are playing, then you use your mom to arrest them. Yes, instantly. It doesn't matter what they are showing because they are showing falsehood, they are showing tapes, but they've been arrested. Those that wear them as clothes will also be arrested. Yes, I'm not kidding. So that's how it works. So the individual is dancing. They say she's a woman. Then they now that wo. So you can't be a boy and a girl. They say that you're a boy or you're a girl. It cannot be both. A boy is a boy and nothing else. A girl is a girl and nothing else. This is also that thing I talk about. There is no versions of truth. Is it that thing is true or that thing is not true? Is it that thing is a lie or that thing is not a lie? It cannot be both. It cannot be half and half. Angels now, you have angels. You do not have angels. Angels are imaginations and illusions. So to that thought, option will later prove the punishment and death of that thought. I'm not kidding. And those that projected that information. So you cannot be half another physical being. Either you're a bird, that bird life form, or not. Either you're a fish, if either you're another physical being or not. It cannot be a fish and a bird. If that's what they're doing now. See how it does not make sense, or the things they do, that will not give them any change. So that information as the number 2727 will not give them any change. So you now look at the individual. She's that not in people are not in reality now projecting their penis. So the question I want to ask them: do girls have penis? And the answer will be no. Girls do not have penis. You ask the person that said they're a man, do men have vagina? Whether they say it's their butt or not, the answer will be no. Boys do not have vagina. Anus is not sex. Anus is not for sex. And then you use them to arrest and arrest them, and also the video they made also, and then because they do not own anything, they are distorting the real information. So petition Ode to petition Ode play to petition Ode Omaha to come into a reality to show us how they're doing this also, how they're presenting that information that they are what they are not, or now distorting the real video that those that have accepted to be obedient to that Father give them life made. So again, then as I was also so I always take permission from Ode Girlfriends, as I was also watching Ode Girlfriends TikTok video, and I saw the places those ones that insist that they will not learn are showing themselves to be pregnant. Then I now reviewed it, and I used my mom to teach her also that that's not her, that that's also falsehood that they are showing. There's no such thing as pregnancy. Pregnancy is a stage of not drinking their water and lying about it, not getting water in their system defined. So people want to redefine what drinking and eating means. That is not what they are showing. They say that you get a banana and then you are chewing the banana. People want to say that's not how it is. In the sense that you petition your mom to petition the food life form to get the food in your If it's not in the mouth, I'm not kidding. I'm not laughing. Because want to teach us in a secured way how these things are. And I've talked about how to the proper way to eat, the proper way to get food force and food energy or not energy into our systems, though they have verbalized it. So there's no there's no error because I'm teaching with that force that gave me life. Yes, there's no anxiety, there's no error, there's no omission, there's no anxiety of discussing the right information from the false information. So when they say that chewing something, not chewing thing now, chewing is to kill it. Or now they say they are boiling the food, or the boiling also is to kill it, right? Yes. But here is the awareness level. It's more than this. That food, they say they boiled to over boiling point. If an individual eat if an individual get the food in their system by the day, by pressing the day and the food life form is also a life form. And if they do not wash their plate and pots, things will start growing on it. Yes. Things will start growing on it. The importance also of cleaning ourselves and our body, both inside and outside with our more. So, but they boil that food to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. That's not from the new age. That says it all. That is not what is happening when they say they are boiling the food to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. It's not what is happening. But I want to at this level of awareness to teach us what is happening. Yes, that the process and the new process of preparing food, not those things. Waste product can never be food. There's no such thing as negative food. Those are the ones that are not in reality, they are not taking their shower, that have distorted and destructive thought forms inside of them, yes, and outside of them, which is also on purpose because they're the ones that give them permission to come into them. So again, the food, how to eat, how to get the food in our system, but I wanted to teach us also. So very important, very important. Those that insist that they will not clean themselves will be likened to what happens to when someone do not wash their plate and their pot. That things will start growing in their body, and this is also what causes decay and death. Yes, decay and death. I'm not kidding. A cognition issue and all the diseases and sicknesses. Yes, all of them with no exception. So again, anything that you don't understand, you petition that force that gave life to that individual to tell that individual how that thing is and how that thing is not. Never command. Never command at also at the level that the individual will understand what's going on and what is not going on. I'm not kidding. So girls do not have penis. Boys do not have a vagina. Those are making the argument that they are not grown. There's no such thing as that also. There's also illusion and pictures and movies they're showing. Yes, the no one is the child. Just from what I've talked about, they are told, everyone is told the right things from the wrong things in never countable communication. So no one will now say they're a child or now show themselves as the size of a child, that's why they are not understanding what's going on. And then one will say that's not real, that's not reality, that they intentionally do not want to learn. They will give every false reason not to learn. So any information they say they are hiding or they're giving the illusion of hiding, I prefer more to verbalize it in never countable communication and also to update and to further that concept also in never countable ways. So with this information, I prefer more to teach us that those that insist that they will not learn are done. Yes, before the sun, before I won't use those thoughts they're saying, the sun does not go down. Yes, the sun does not go down. Then there will be the imaginary things that go down. That's the imaginary what is not the sun. The imaginary, a good example. This is a rub, what they call rub, which you put in your nose to clear your nose. If someone now say that they have this is because I'm holding it with that force that gave me life. And also I've taken more to take a more a petition, never a command, to also give you to the mmuo of the rob, and the container of the rob is more than that. So if anyone now say that if anyone now say that from the recording 126, if anyone now say that they are holding this, whether it's another one or whether the one that looks like it, this also goes to teach you also that information that you will know for sure. That they will not say you go into a store, they say they now show that you have rob, this type of rob, but they will not show that all of them look the same. I feel someone there to say that's not what is happening. No cognition, but we have not stumbled, we know that for sure. All of it is not the same. It's not designed as same, but they will show it as being the same. So only to teach us, not those that they have decided they will not learn. It also goes for everything. So it's not the same design, it's not the same shape. So but anyone now saying that they're holding this rob, that they're holding, whether they're not claiming that they're holding the one I'm holding or not, then I will say that's imagination. That's also copy. A copy of a thing is not the real thing. It's an image. But when you take a permission from the DSON from your mmuo, you petition your mmuo to petition the DSON to take. I didn't say that thought about the moon. When you petition your mmuo to take a picture of the DSON, instantly it's done. Though the DSON approve it, it's no longer a picture because you took permission from your mmuo and you petition your mmuo to petition the sunlight form to take the picture of the sun. So that picture, that is no longer a picture. I petition one day to teach us what we'll call it at every level of awareness. Also goes for the information in the eyes and the sensory system, also what we call these things. Because once you take permission, and talk about this information in Bedford in Massachusetts, that you have to take permission to see. Is when you come to that conclusion and cognition, it becomes more than instant because your mmuo does it for you. You want to look at anything, you already took permission to look at anything. So those that now say that they will pay for someone to look at them is also complete bullshit. They are not in reality. So again, anyone holding whether the one they say they are from another store or whether the one they now claim that is the one I'm holding, is also falsehood. Also, is a copy of something. Is not that thing. But when you take permission to hold that thing, it's quite different. Or to take permission to take a picture or to interact with that thing is quite different from not taking permission, which is also death and disease. So very important. So with this, I petition to petition of the ability to never countables to do the review, the recommendation, the actual lesson, the feedback, the furthering of this concept to the next level, to the next level, to the next level, to the next level, to infinity and beyond, never countable infinities. And also to factor it into our reality, the importance of shower, the importance of taking permission, the importance of understanding the difference between a boy and a girl, the importance of understanding our environment, the importance of understanding everything that we interact with. So that information, so that existing thought has already been completed, because when that thought also is real, when those have merged, those that are taking permission from their mouth to do things, when they start anything, when they start any conversation, it's done. So those two YouTube that I started, those two YouTube teaching I've started, it's already done. Those that does not understand it will not know. Those that does not understand, those that are not obedient, so I'll be very clear. Those that are not obedient to that force that gives them life. I'm not sleeping. I'm not also feeling sleepy. If that's what this is also what they're showing, which is also not what is happening. So that's also that thing they're projecting their dreams and their dream codes. So that those information that I have talked about, that those YouTube I've talked about is real, that has already been completed. Yes, but the information I want to stress on is I was watching to permission also with my dear girlfriend. I was watching my dear girlfriend's TikTok channel, and I looked at the videos that they were showing, and the ones that are not hers. Yes, those that does not understand, those are not using their mouth to look at things, will not know the difference when someone is now projecting that they are another individual, when that is also not possible, when that never happens. It's in the dreams, which is also dreams are not real. This is a projection, when they are projecting what they're imagining in their cognition structure, which they have refused to learn. So the more police will take away their cognition system, because what is the purpose now? There's no purpose. When someone said they will not use their brain, they will not use their eyes, they will not use anything that force that give them life have career for them. So what is the purpose? The more will say, for now, because the more will still show the evidences that they have not very countable times insisted that they will not use their brain, that they will not use their eyes to look at things. Then the more will say, there's no purpose now, since they say they will not use that thing. The beings that, and the more will take it one by one, not from that individual, one by one. Those that are seeing what's going on, that in the more have taken someone's eyes for not using it. The more have taken, the more police and the mind beings also have taken someone's hair for not for using it for the wrong reason, or someone's leg for using it for the wrong reason, or someone's neck. Yes, those that are understanding what I'm saying. So a leg cannot be penis, a neck cannot be penis, or using also their thought form for the wrong reason. They will come and show the evidences that this is what they're doing, and it doesn't. If they lie about it, the evidences will show for sure. The teaching process also will show for sure. When they more come and say that, since they say they don't know what they're supposed to do, that look at the things they're supposed to do. They were given these things, they were told these things never countable times. They were also taught in never countable times. So there's a connection between thought and thought. Spelling is not intelligence. That's also what they're using to deceive them. That those that are making that argument have all decayed and died. So very important. So that information, right? That information that as I was watching Mordi girlfriends, I will not tell them. That's not for them to know. So, but the information is this, the other things they were showing, and then there's a place where they now have this other part. They call it that's arrow now. That thing they want to switch around. But that also might not be what the TikTok have designed to be there, because they're showing what is not happening. Then there's another site there's another one they called so let's I have this, so let's take a look at this thing, right? I won't show you that. But the thing I want to say is this: there's that part they now say there's no such thing as love. If that's also the TikTok did not put that love there, the TikTok has said it. But in the days also the TikTok is using this thing to teach what those ones that they say insist that they will not. That experience I had in my apartment in South Carolina, in Columbia, South Carolina, in that time frame 2020, where the distortions and the projections at the back of the acre. Back of the acre is the back of your neck or back of the head. Information that those ones that insist that they will not learn are doing the same thing in the OD TikTok, not in the OD to the one they're imagining. So when you now petition your more to destroy those now want to now show the image or the appearance of OD familiars will also be destroyed also. So you petition more to destroy those that want to project that they're at the back of their apron. I said the back of their neck. So that back of the apron is also has something to do with the background information. Then those that feed in false background information to the things anyone the might be saying will be told not to do it. And if they insist, then they'll be gone also. Those that where that experience of projecting that information will also be gone. And this is how a place get better, because the more we teach, the right things from the wrong things in never countable communication. So there is clarity of what not to do, of what the right and the right reason not to do that thing. So with this information, I will conclude, because that force that gave me life. Odi Belie, Odi Aba, Odi Omunakara, Odi Germany, Odi South Africa, Odi never countable civilization, Odi America, and the Odi Lazo and my Odi familiar similar collectives, and the never countable militaries have concluded. And the conversation continues sufficiently to declare never countable wars on those that will now say what I never said, or those that will now want to make my voice to now say things that I will never support, or things that I will never say, or those that will now provide their false interpretation and the reason and false reasoning for the things we just discussed. Especially to also to patient the never countables, to patient the ability to patient the never countables to do the review again and the summaries, the conclusions, and the furthering of this concept to the next level, and also to bring down all the distortions and interferences coming from those ones that insist that they will not learn, and also to declare never countable wars on those that insist that they will not learn, and they will present false information to deceive themselves in order to project that deception to others. So with this, I was simply to patient the never countables, patient the ability to patient the never countables to make it a life form, a life force. It goes into creation, creation, not lion. So that lions are not real, just like the imagination. And the moon also is not real. Yes, I said that the moon is not real, just the imagination also. Patient wanted to show how they are projecting that there is a moon when there is no moon. Patient wanted also to show in never countable communication that we have more than one sun. Yes, we have more than one sun, and the ones also that they will never see also. We have more than one sun. That the thing they will call moon is not what it is. That the sun has more than the ability to not dim light, to as the day progresses. I will use the word there, as the sunrise progresses. Yes, as a time when the sun comes up, which is not how we describe it as this. Someone teach us how to describe when the sun comes up, when the sun rises for a new sunrise, how to say it. But the information are more than solid. We have more than one sun. Those stories are falsehood. Those are dreams that they say they destroy themselves. So this information, sufficient way to also to make the discussion that the Belie and the never countables to make the discussion, to make it is to teach it, that it will learn from history. Because before we are holding and held this discussion, the more have already approved it. It's already a life form. Because you are more, others more have approved it. Yes. But the things we say, the things I say is also levels of awareness. Because more and more is also teaching. And more is teaching me how to also talk to all never countable infinity and beyond infinity levels of awareness and understanding. Those that are now understand what's going on knows the level that they have already moved into the next level of learning and teaching, and this is life. Those that say they will not learn, those ones that sit in one place and project they are moving when they are not moving, which is also death and disease, not taking their shower, not taking care of their physical self. So with this, I push more to make it the argument proof and destructive thought proof from those ones that insist that they will not learn. Those ones that insist that they will project to whatever they want and be fair and not fair, be not fair to themselves and to others in order to project that unfairness also. So with this, the conversation the conversation continues. Yes.